Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees to our Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. And today we are having the sessions of Janmashtami special Krishna Katha Mela going on. And as part of these sessions, we have the topic today, Usha, Aniruddha and Bànàsurà. And to enlighten on this topic, we have with us Her Grace Mitravinda Mamtha Mayi Mataji to enlighten on the topic. Hare Krishna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the session and giving your very precious time and association and enlightening on the topic. And before I hand over the call to you, Mataji, I'll hand over the call to Kirtida Mataji for a brief introduction about yourself. Hare Krishna, Kirtida Mataji, please take over the call. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Shama Supriya Mataji, for your very, very sweet welcome. And thank you everyone for joining us. Today we are really, really fortunate to have Her Grace Mitravinda Mamtha Mayi Mataji with us. And I'll just like to briefly introduce her to all of you. Mataji came into Krishna consciousness in 2013 and she met with devotees first time in Boston. And then later in 2015, she moved to Charlotte. And as soon as she came, she very actively became the member of the Bhakti Vriksha and she started taking shloka classes. She recently this year got initiated by His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj. And Mataji is a good reader. She is leading many reading calls like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita classes. And she also conducts some cooking classes on Bhakti Sangha forum for the kids. And she does introduction service also in Bhakti Sangha Bhagavatam classes, which is in the morning. And she loves to stitch the dresses of Shri Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra Mai. So with so many, good qualities, Mataji, she's a good reader, she's a prasadam coordinator, and she is also a seamstress. And so we are really very, very fortunate to have Mataji with us today. And as Supriya Mataji has already said, that she will enlighten us on this wonderful pastime of Usha, Aniruddha and Bànàsurà. So looking forward to hear from you, Mataji. Please take over. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for this introduction, although that is just the external part of me. Hopefully, very soon, by mercy of all devotees, Guru and Gauranga, I'll be able to make some transformations in my heart also. Please bless Mataji, and very grateful for this opportunity to speak on this forum and glorify Krishna Katha. And please bless everyone. I'm begging for blessings so that whatever I speak today may be relevant to teachings of Srila Prabhupada and all acharyas. And if at all I make any mistakes, please forgive me, Mataji. So today we are discussing the topic of Usha, Aniruddha and Bànàsurà. So it comes towards the end of Krishna book, like you can say, 1/4 last part of Krishna book, this chapter comes. And I like this chapter because there is, Shiva, Lord Shiva in there, and then we have Lord Narad Muni in there. So they are all my favorite, devotees. So I especially like this chapter, and so much to learn from this chapter. So how it goes is that we see that how Ganges purifies all the three worlds. In upper planetary system, it flows as Bhogavati and she purifies upper planetary system. In middle planetary system, we see her as Ganga and she purifies everything. And then in lower planetary system, she is there as Mandakini and she purifies lower planetary system. So similarly with Krishna Katha purifies everyone. So if you look at, 3 levels of devotees. So when, Krishna Katha is being said, people who are just, starting to come to Krishna consciousness, who are not, too much into Krishna Katha, even if they hear Krishna Katha, they get purified. Even if they are not intentionally doing bhakti or not wanting to do it, they still get purified. Then we have devotees who, after hearing Krishna Katha, they get motivated to do more, to chant more nicely, to serve devotees more nicely. And then going forward, we have our pure devotees our acharyas, our Guru Maharajas, when they hear Krishna Katha and when they narrate Krishna Katha, it is a totally different level. They are full of ecstasy at that time. So this is how, we have glories of our Krishna Katha, and we all are very fortunate on this platform that we are getting to, we are getting chance to glorify Krishna Katha and here do Shravanam Kirtanam whole day. So many sessions are happening. So because Krishna's name, form, quality, pastimes, they are all non-different from Krishna. So the purification that happens is very wonderful. So coming back to the story, we have, it mentions in Srimad Bhagavatam that Bali Maharaj, he had 100 sons. And Bali Maharaj, we know, right? He's grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. And Bali Maharaj had first son as Bànàsurà. He happened to be a great devotee of Lord Shiva. And as we know, Lord Shiva is Ashutosh. Ashutosh means one who is easily pleased. So he was pleased with bhakti of Bànàsurà, and he gave him so many opulences. He was, living in Shanatipura place, where he had so many riches. His kingdom was very opulent. And of course, he was Satyavati. He was, very good king. He used to get lots of respect from everyone. And then he used to serve Lord Shiva in all the capacity. And he also gave him, 1,000 hands. With those hands, he was always serving, Lord Shiva very nicely. So we also know that how Lord Shiva is also known as Nataraj. So as a Nataraj, when he dances, his Tandav Nritya, that time Bànàsurà with all his 1,000 hands used to, play different kinds of drums, damru and musical instruments. And that used to give so much pleasure to Lord Shiva. And then Lord Shiva used to get very pleased. So one time he asked that, tell me, what benediction do you want? So Bànàsurà said that, please come and help me whenever there is some attack on my kingdom, whenever I'm in trouble, please, come and help me. So Lord Shiva says, okay, I will definitely come and help you. Not only I will come, but I'll also get my 2 sons, Ganpati and Kartikeya, with me. And then, we see that Bànàsurà became so powerful. There was a time that all the demigods, including Indra, they used to come and serve him. He was so powerful. Everybody were scared of him and his powerful 1,000 hands. Now, naturally, when he had 1,000 hands, he would want to do something, right? He was very, strengthy, and he wanted to fight. So, but looking at his 1,000 hands, nobody would come forward to fight with him. And he always had this itch in his hands, to relieve the, sensation of fighting. So he went to Lord Shiva and he said that nobody wants to fight with me. Whenever I go and, propose somebody to fight with me, they run away. Now I'm desiring to fight. What should I do? I also, sometimes go and start punching the mountains, and the mountains are reduced to dust and ashes. And still, my senses, my desire to fight is not fulfilled. So please fight with me. So this is, we see demoniac nature. Now he got blessed from Lord Shiva, and then he's, trying to use the same thing on Lord Shiva. And if you see like the demoniac mentality, that he wants to defeat the person who gave him the benediction and show everyone that, he's the most powerful person in the whole world. And then, so if you see there, Lord Shiva was very upset with this. And then he said, he's not going to understand like this. So he said, okay, very soon a person will come who will break all your ego and who will, also relieve your itch of fighting, your desire of fighting. And that time you'll be satisfied, but you will be completely destroyed. Now Bànàsurà got so happy. He was like, wow, doesn't matter if everything gets destroyed, but at least, I'll get to fight with someone. So this is the sense gratification, that, generally humans, like so-called human society and demons have. So I would like to relate this with, a story of Mahabharata, where you see that a person is running and death is chasing him in the form of element, and he happens to fall in a well. And in that well, he happens to hold on to the branch of the tree, which is growing just there. And as he's holding on to the branches there, 2 white rats, one white and one black, they start, eating branch from the 2 ends, and then, there are snakes below him. And then, there is on another branch, there is a honey beehive, and then all the honeybees are, swarming around it. and they are, trying to bother that person, and elephant is still chasing. If he somehow gets out, elephant will get him. And if he falls down, snakes are there in form of all, problems that we have in life. But in midst of all this, the little honey that is dropping from the honey beehive, that person is adjusting himself in a way to, just catch a little drop of honey from there. So this is the condition, here, even of all human beings and Bànàsura, that he knew he is going to get destroyed. There is no chance, but still, for that little sense gratification of fighting, he is ready to accept that. Now it is said, there is no harm in having 1,000 hands. If his, Lord Shiva was pleased with him and gave him 1,000 hands, he could have used it in the service of Krishna, but no. He chose that, okay, he'll fight with him. So similarly, in that, story of Mahabharata, it is said that Lord Krishna is always there to give you hand and, take you. But then you want your own sense gratification. So you're going to meet your destiny. So here we see that Bànàsura was very happy that, oh, finally, I'm going to get this opportunity to fight and relieve my itch and desire of fighting. Now, it so happened that Bànàsura had a very beautiful daughter named Usha. And she had a dream one day. So basically, she was so beautiful, and being royal, from a royal family, she had her own part in the palace, where no man could enter. So she was living there with all her friends. So she happened to have a dream one night that, she was enjoying with a very beautiful man. And she woke up from the dream. When she lost sight of that person in the dream, she woke up from her sleep, and she started saying, "My dear love, where are you? Where are you?" And then her friend Chitralekha said, "We see that you're not married. So who is that person that, you are calling out to?" So it so happened is, our acharyas say that basically Usha had one time seen Parvati playing with Lord Shiva. And she happened to have the same desire that I should also, play and have fun with my own husband in that way. Then Parvati said that, okay, don't worry, even you will have your own fun, but when the time comes. Then she asked all sorts of questions: how, when, who, how will I know? When will that happen? Who will that person be? Then Goddess Parvati said that, that person will come in your dream, which will be 12th lunar day of bright fortnight of the month of Vishakha. So this is how, our Acharya said that she knew already that the person who is in my dream is my husband and he's my love. And then she tells Chitralekha. Now Chitralekha happens to be daughter of Prime Minister of Bànàsura, Kumbhanda. And then she is very good at drawing. She's very artistic. She's, expert at painting. And then she says, okay, since you have not seen any man, now you say that you have seen somebody in your dream, but in real life you haven't seen anyone. So let's see, I'll draw some paintings and then you figure out and tell me, who is that person. And then she says that, okay, he's very tall, he's dark blue, he's got a very beautiful lotus eyes, he's in yellow garments, he's got mighty arms, a kind of a man that every woman would like to have. And then she's saying that I'm hankering for him badly, please, bring him here anyhow. And then she starts drawing. Chitralekha draws many drawings, but Usha says, no, not this one, not this one. And then she draws Pradyumna. And as soon as she sees Pradyumna, she's like, yes. She just feels shy, and then she, looks away. And then further on, Chitralekha draws Aniruddha. And then she says, yes, he's the one. He's the one. She gets so excited. So she says, okay, I will go to, he's the son of Pradyumna, who is grandson of Krishna also. I will go and get him from Dwarka. Now, Chitralekha also has mystic powers by which, from the sky itself, she is able to go to Dwarka. Now, Dwarka is always protected by Krishna. Nobody can just enter like that. So our acharyas say that basically Narad Muni, taught her the art of mystic power through which she can enter Dwarka and take Aniruddha with him and bring him back to Shanatipur. So there, Aniruddha is sleeping, and in his sleep, she's just transferred. He's just transferred to kingdom of Bànàsura. Now, when he's transferred to kingdom of Bànàsura with Usha, she's so happy. Usha is very happy. She got love of her life, and she started serving him in all various ways. She always gave him different, varieties of gifts. Started giving him various gifts all the time. And she always spoke with sweet words. and where she was always ready to serve him in all the capacity. So here it is something for us to learn, that if at all we want to, please any devotees or please anyone, we have to serve them by giving them gifts, by sweet words, and always ready to, execute their orders. So this way we'll be able to win everyone with love. And then whenever, they were together, there was various arrangements of fruits, different kinds of juices, chandan, garlands, and all different paraphernalia. And they were always together, and Chitralekha also kept this as a secret. Now slowly what happened is, the soldiers who used to guard the section where Usha used to live alone, like with her friends, the guards, they got suspicious, that something is going on inside. We never allow a man to even look inside, but we feel that there is some man hiding inside. And they thought, Bànàsurà is so powerful, before he comes to know, we will only go and tell him that, there is some man inside. So Lord, dear king, see what you can do about it. And then when Bànàsurà heard, he was definitely very upset, because unlike today, a mixing of girls and boys was not allowed in those times. So he immediately, with his army, he set off with his guards to see what's happening there. And as soon as he entered the chambers of his daughter Usha, he saw that, they both were sitting together peacefully. And, he was definitely charmed by his beauty. He thought that, okay, he's a very beautiful person. He's so good looking. Why? Because he's son of Pradyumna, who is Kamdev himself. But still, he was upset. Although he was happy, but still he was upset. And then he was further surprised that even in the presence of Bànàsurà, he was very peacefully sitting. Usually if somebody gets caught like that, it is a little bad situation, but he was very peaceful. He did not show anything that he's scared or shocked or surprised, anything like that. And then Aniruddha, he knew that all the guards that are there will definitely put up a fight with him. And he had no weapons with him, as he saw one iron rod lying there. He stood up like a Yamraj. It is Bhagavatam says he stood like Yamraj. And then, he started slaying all the guards, one after the another. Somebody's hand, somebody's head, somebody's leg, somebody's completely killed. So that way he destroyed all the guards, and he's just about to leave the palace when Bànàsurà, captures him with Nagpash. Nagpash is like a weapon by which you can tie the person and arrest him. He was blessed by that Nagpash by Lord Shiva himself. And then, that's the one part of story that happens. And then we see that further 6 months have passed, out of which 4 months of rainy season have also passed. So this is the thing which is happening here. Now back home in Dwarka, everybody's thinking, what happened? Where did this son of ours Aniruddha go away? We don't see him. There is no news of him. So again, our Narad Muni comes there, and he reveals everything, that how he was in Bànàsurà's kingdom, and how he was being, he was staying with Usha, and how Bànàsurà captured him. And also he also narrated his heroic, like heroic deed of how he killed, all the soldiers and guards there. And then naturally, Lord Krishna, thinking that, this is not right, he, along with Balram, Satyaki, and Samba, Pradyumna, they all start with, it is said, 12 Akshauhini Sena, 12 Akshauhini soldiers were taken, and they were headed by Krishna and Balram, and they go and, attack the kingdom of Bànàsurà from all sides, horses, chariots, elephants. Now seeing this, Bànàsurà says, okay, now is the time. And he calls to Lord Shiva that, please come and help me, because I am in trouble. And then, as Lord Shiva had promised, Lord Shiva also comes along with his 2 sons, like he promised. And like we know that Lord Shiva is also known as Bhutnath. Now when he comes, all kinds of bhutas that, we can think, Bhut, Pret, Pisach, Guhyaka, Brahma, Rakshas, everyone, they also come. Now this war is something that will give goosebumps to, everyone. And then because on one side we have Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, and then on the other side we have Shiva, Supreme Personality of Godhead, servitor. right? Or Supreme Personality of Godhead, devotee. And then it was such a fight that Brahmaji also came to see the war. And all the different living entities like Gandharvas, Apsaras, Vidyadharas, all came in their aeroplanes, and they were, flying above to see this, goose war, which gives goosebumps. And then Krishna started, war with Shiva, and Pradyumna was, fighting with Kartikeya. Balramji were fighting with Kumbhanda, and then Satyaki, which is Prime Minister, or you can say Chief Senapati of Krishna, was fighting with Bànàsurà. So this is how the fight took place. Now Krishna, first of all, drove away all the bhutas with his, bow known as Sharnagadhana. Gadhanu, yes. So, he took care of them. So they were all gone away. Now in Mahabharata, we see towards the end of the war, Brahmastra was released, right? But here, because two, big personalities are fighting, Krishna and Lord Shiva, it started with Brahmastra itself. So because, two more most powerful people are fighting, so that's their standard to start off with Brahmastra. And then when Lord Shiva released the Brahmastra, Krishna counteracted by his own Brahmastra. And then later on, Lord Shiva sent his wind weapon, with so much wind. And to counteract that, Lord Krishna sent his mountain weapon. And then Lord Shiva released his fire weapon. And with that weapon came torrents of fire and so much hot air, flames, everything was burning. And to counteract that, Krishna sent torrents of rain. Then Lord Shiva released Pashupatastra, and then Krishna immediately sent his Narayanastra. Now, with all this fight, Lord Shiva became little, exasperated. He was little tired, and then Lord Krishna took opportunity and sent his yawning weapon. So with this, Lord Shiva, all he could do was yawn and yawn and yawn, and he refused to fight. Now that, Lord Shiva was yawning, Lord Krishna thought, okay, let me have a look at, Bànàsurà. He had already killed his soldiers, while, going with all clubs and arrows and everything. And then, meanwhile, what is happening is that Pradyumna is fighting with Kartikeya. Now he also started bleeding, and he was also tired. He also ran away. Bhagavatam says he ran away on his peacock. We know that his Vahan is peacock. And then Balram was fighting with Kambhandu, his prime minister of Bànàsurà, and he was also injured badly, and he also fled away. Now Bànàsurà saw all this, that all the people from my side are being defeated, and now Lord Krishna is very furious. He's going to come towards me. So he also comes with full force. And Srimad Bhagavatam says that with his 1,000 hands, he had 500 bows and arrows, and he was shooting 200 arrows at one go. Now, little did he understand that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is Lord Purushottama, from where all the power is coming. His 1,000 hands are also because of sanction of him. But he did not realize this, and he started, showering so many arrows at him. Then, of course, Lord is Lord. Lord immediately cut off his 500 bows and weapons, and all the horses. He was bereft of even his ratha, and then only Bànàsurà was left. So at that time, what happened is Bànàsurà happened to be worshipping a Devi Kotara. So Kotara was our Acharya says she's a form of goddess Parvati herself. So she also had a motherly affection for Bànàsurà, and then she thought that, okay, Bànàsurà will be killed, so let me do something. So what she did is she came naked and she stood between Lord Shiva and Bànàsurà and Lord Krishna. Now, of course, Krishna did not like to see such sights, so he just turned his face away. And then, taking advantage of this, Bànàsurà ran away, and he was saved. Then Shiva thought to use his most powerful weapon, which is known as Shivajvara. Now this weapon is also a weapon and a personality himself. So Srimad Bhagavatam says that at the end of creation, now usually the heat that our sun has now, at the end of creation, it will be 12 times multiplied 12 times. So that 12 times multiplied heat is the heat of Shivajvara, and it has 3 heads, 3 legs, And as he came forward, towards Krishna, it appeared that he's going to burn everything to ashes. At that time, Krishna, thought that, okay, let me release my Narayan Jwar, which can counteract this, heat weapon, because one can tolerate excessive heat sometimes, but excessive cold, that time everything collapses. And Srila Prabhupada mentions in Krishna book that usually at that time of death, the body goes up to 104, 5, 6, 7, and then suddenly body becomes cold, and that is when the death takes place. So basically you can tolerate heat, but when you cannot tolerate cold, that is when you die. And then Narayan Jwar and Shiv Jwar, they were having a good fight, So Narayan Jwar was, reducing the heat of Shiva Jwara. So at that time, Shiv Jwar started crying for help. And he went to Lord Shiva and said that, please, help me. I'm not able to tolerate this. Then Lord Shiva says that I won't be able to help you. So he understood that only Lord Krishna can help me. So he offered his, prayers to Lord Krishna, saying, how great he is, all his, wonderful qualities, much he talks about glories of Krishna in much detail. So from this we can understand, we always hear the shloka in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Rakhe Krishna, Mareke. So only if Krishna desires, so you can be saved. And then we see here that only when Krishna desired, he, Shiv Jwara was saved. And then Lord Krishna said, don't be fearful. You have nothing to worry from my Narayan Jwar now. No more suffering for you. And then he says, not only this, but anybody who hears this, narration of Shiv Jwar and Narayan Jwar will also be freed from all kinds of fear. This is my blessing to everyone. Hare Krishna. And then Shiv Jwar offered his obeisances, falling down at feet, touching his head, to the ground. Full Dandvat Pranam he gave. And that is how Shiv Jwar was taken care. Now going further, what happened is Bànàsurà returns, now very furious. He regained his some little strength by taking some break. He comes with so many weapons, and he saw that all his army is killed, and they were he was very sad, basically angry, not even sad, he was angry. And he started attacking Lord with so many weapons. Prabhupada writes that it felt like rain is falling or water is falling, with so many weapons everywhere. Then Lord Krishna takes out his Sudarshan Chakra, and with one go, he cuts off hands of Bànàsurà, one after the another, like it is mentioned that how a gardener will chop the twigs in the garden. That is how all his hands were chopped off. Lord Krishna left only 4 hands on him. And then that time Lord Shiva thinks that, oh, Bànàsurà will be killed, and starts to pacify Lord with his prayers. And then we see that Lord Shiva also offers so many wonderful prayers in the glories of Krishna. And he says that, see, he's Bali Maharaj's grandson, and how you had given him blessing that no one in his family, no demon in his family will be killed by you. So, and also he is very dear to me, and he has rendered service unto me, so please leave him. Then Lord Krishna says, of course, don't worry, I have left him but with 4 hands. Because he had so many hands, so much opulence, he had become very proud. He had become very like proud of his strength, that he can do anything and everything. So to break it, I had to do this. So then Lord Krishna accepted him, and then this was the end of story. And then Bànàsurà makes arrangement to give hand of his daughter Usha to Aniruddha, and he presents them with nice riches, a nice chariot and everything. Now it is said that with the blessings of Lord Shiva, they had become very materially very opulent. So when they returned to their kingdom, they had so many riches and everything. And they, while returning back, they had one Akshohani Sena accompanying them, and it was a very wonderful sight. And when they went to Dwarka, they got a very royal welcome. Flags were there, roads were sprinkled with flavorful scent. Banana stems were there, everything nicely decorated, and everybody were welcoming very nicely. Now what happens is, this episode of Bànàsurà fighting with Krishna and later being saved by Shiva's prayers is confirming the statements from Bhagavad Gita, which says that worshippers of demigods cannot achieve any benediction without sanction of the Lord. And here we saw that when Bànàsurà was faced by death, Lord Shiva couldn't save him. This is the position of our Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. Now, on the other hand, we also see that how Lord Shiva is Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu, right? Now, Lord Shiva fought with Lord Krishna on behalf of Bànàsurà to show Bànàsurà his fault by, making him experience the sufferings, of fighting and then, getting his hands cut off. Now, Shiva is, a very good devotee of Lord. We address him as Lord Shiva also, Bhagwan Shiva also. Why? Because he also knows everybody's heart, and he knew, and he knows everything. So he knew that Krishna is the supreme and he would be defeated. And just to demonstrate the glories of Krishna, he does that. To increase his pleasure, to increase his enthusiasm, Lord Shiva does that. And then to show everyone, right? We have that shloka in Bhagavad Gita, Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam. So sometimes, people get bewildered that Krishna is just performing activities like a little child, a normal human being. And then to show everyone that, see, even though he appears like doing Leela, just like a little boy or ordinary husband, but he's beyond that. He's more powerful than any of the incarnations. And then, so, these are the glories of Krishna Katha. Now, like we discussed that, how they become materially opulent, Usha and Aniruddha. So the opulence for us devotees, is, it comes in three ways. So one is, if we get devotee association, we are very opulent. If we get to hear Krishna Katha in association of devotees, very opulent and fortunate. But then if that continues, if we are able to do that again and again and again, continue that, then, that is our good fortune. And there are further, glories of Krishna Katha that in Mahabharata it comes, that how one time Pandavas were, sitting and hearing Krishna Katha from Maitreya Muni. That time Krishna also comes there. And, he also starts listening to, his own Katha. So Krishna Katha is so purifying and so nice and so nectarian that Krishna himself likes to hear this. We also see in Ramayana, right? When Love Kush, who were raised in the ashram of Valmiki, when they come to Sri Ram, when they are narrating the Ram Leela in his court, that time Sri Ram himself, gets so mesmerized by hearing, his own Leelas. So, this is how the glories of Krishna Katha are. Further going, sometimes we see deity of Krishna in the temple. We have Paramatma in heart. But our acharyas say that even they cannot purify us as much as Krishna Katha can purify us. Because, we say that prayer, right? Om Namo no. Nashta prayeshu bhadreshu vidhunati shuhatsatam. So the word vidhunati is, meant, is usually, referred to washing on cleansing. So how when we wash clothes in washing machine nowadays, earlier, we used to have that big stick and brush, we would scrub like that. So that is how Krishna Katha, cleanses our heart of all the contaminations that we have been carrying throughout our life, for throughout our so many lifetimes, Kam, Krodh, Moh, Matsara, right? Lust, anger, greed. So it is practically impossible to imagine how can a person live, without this. At least I can speak for myself. But then, if we continue this way, hearing Shravanam and Kirtanam about Krishna, then hopefully one day we can make it there. So, dear Matajis and Prabhujis, with this, I would like to stop here. And now we can see if there are any comments or if I missed anything, because these were two chapters combined. Maybe I missed something. So please, let me know. And if there is anything we can discuss now. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mitravinda Mataji. Such a beautiful, sweet class. And even I like this pastime a lot, and you covered it so nicely. So don't worry, you didn't miss out anything. Rather, with so many insight of so many inside stories, you mentioned and you cover it very, very nicely, Mataji. So thank you so much. All glories to you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. It is copy paste from all the lectures that I have heard on this forum, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And Mataji, I think I'm so sorry. I think in all the rush and hurry, I forgot to say the prayers. Did I? Or I don't even remember if I said.
Yeah, you didn't, but that's fine, Mataji.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji, for accepting. Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. What is nice narration of Usha, Aniruddha and Bànàsurà. Thank you for this wonderful class, Mataji. And as Kitila Mataji said, I got to know so many facts about this story, Mataji. Thanks for all the detailed explanation. And at this, I would like to request devotees. Do you have any realizations? Would you like to share with Mataji, or do you have any questions? Please go ahead, devotees.
Hare Krishna, Mitravinda, Mamtha, Mayi, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. This is Vinta. Very, very beautiful, beautiful class, Mataji. So many points that you have shared. How benefit it is Krishna Katha. What is the glories of Lord Shiva, and how what is the glories of Krishna. How we should not approach the demigods for the material benefit. At the end, there is no benefit. Actual benefit is nowhere there. So we should always approach Lord Krishna. Very, very beautiful, beautiful points, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Vinita Mataji, for all the wishes that you always wish for me. Good wishes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, devotees, I think so, are not able to unmute. Can you please check?
Oh, okay, Mataji. I did that because there should not be any disturbance. Sorry, Mataji. Now they can unmute, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajas, and all glories to the wonderful, wonderful class Mataji. Beautiful. The story which is there is really like, I remember this we took up in the Govinda group, and it was like sometimes the story is missed out, or the many of them do not know. So thank you so much for with so many details you explained the story, and in every part how you were explaining that what lessons we have to learn from each and every each and every pastime which happens. So thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much for wonderfully explaining it. And as you said, like we did not realize that you missed out the prayers, because I remember I also missed out the prayers. So then it happens, and we did not realize it, to be very sure. Thank you,
not only prayers, I had made a presentation. I forgot to show.
No worries, Mataji. You speaking itself was very wonderful, Mataji.
Now only I'm realizing. Thank you so much, Mataji, for all the love and accepting me, as it is.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mitravinda, Mamtha, Mayi, Mataji. Such a beautiful name. And I just got to log in only like 10 minutes back. I want to go back and listen to your class. But the last few minutes which I heard, that itself were great. And it's kind of, motivating me to go and listen to your class. I'm going to listen after Mataji, we are done with this class. And you looking so awesome in this sari and literally glowing, Mataji, so beautiful.
Thank you, Mataji. You always praise so much. So your eyes are anointed with love, Mataji. And that day when I heard your class, I was so motivated after hearing your class, to do something little that I can. Thank you so much.
Oh no, Mataji, you are all the source of inspiration. The way how beautifully you do your services, you teach cooking so patiently to the kids, and it's just amazing, Mataji. Thanks so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hari Bol. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
We need a virtual prasadam, Mataji.
Yes, why virtual, Mataji? We have it here. Please come, Mataji. Hari Bol. So thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Mitravinda, Mamtha, Mayi, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. What a wonderful presentation. And the first thing when I logged in, the first thing that I saw was your beautiful face, so glowing and wonderful, looking so bright and beautiful, Mataji. You all are wearing sari. Now I'm feeling so scared. I really am not comfortable doing that, but God only knows what will happen. So, but wonderful class, Mataji. Very nicely and very systematically you explain the entire pastime. It is 2 chapters, but still you were able to cover it all. So thank you, Mamtha. Very
Yes,
and very,
Mataji.
very nicely you explain, Mamtha, all the concepts, everything, like why Krishna is so, why it is important that we don't, like, of course, you said he is the devotee Lord, but still we need to make sure that we worship the Supreme Personality. Thank you, Mamtha, for the beautiful class. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. It was a learning for me also. Thank you so much. Very grateful for this opportunity. That way, we get to sit down and study and learn. Haribol. So, yeah.
Krishna Mitravinda Mamtha Mayi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Very, very nice class we have given. Like everybody else also saying, it's very nice. And when I saw him, and it looked so different than I have seen one time in a class. I said, wow, look at her. She's so beautiful. All, when ladies usually wear sari, they do look so beautiful. Prabhupada also admired that. And says, yes, now, see, before, like Jagatarani Mataji, she was an actress. So then Prabhupada had seen her picture also in all the makeup and things like that. And then when he saw in her sari, he said, you look more beautiful here in a sari than there. Well, it's not that you are not beautiful before, but this out, I know I think it brings out.
Yes,
Sari, with a nice necklace and everything, neck beads and very beautiful. A beautiful sari. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
And
much.
a nice
Mataji.
class.
All with inspiration of all Matajis and teachings of Srila Prabhupada. Like Prabhupada always said, dhoti makes a devotee. So for me, to externally get into the mood, I thought, okay, sari will be good. Thank you so much, Mataji.
But you did get in the mood and you were and you presented very nicely. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mitravinda Mataji. This is Sureshwari Radhika Dasi. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Such a beautiful class, and you are so inspiring, Mataji. Very, very wonderful. Thank you so much for. I am happy to get the opportunity to hear you in this session.
Thank you so much, Mataji. This Bhakti Sangha is a very good platform. We would request you that you come again and again and give us your association, Mataji.
Yes,
Thank you so
Mataji.
much for being there for us. Haribol.
Haribol, Mataji.
So to let everybody know, Mataji is from Charlotte, and Sureshwari Radhika Mataji is from Charlotte. So Mataji joined. So we can all hope that Mataji joins again. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Haribol.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna, Mitravinda Mataji. All glories to Prabhupada, the Guru Maharaj. Thank you for a very sweet class. I really like the way you were connecting the Acharya's realizations. Particularly, I like the one you were explaining about the story from the Mahabharata and how precarious our situation is, yet we're still hankering for that little drop of honey. And so, especially how you related to Bànàsurà and that whole pastime. So thank you very much. It was very, very sweet. And I've heard this before, but with the realizations and the connections, it just has more depth and more realization. So thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, I should, mention here, I forgot, I'm very grateful to Preeti Vilasini Mataji. She said she's not, going to be here today, but, Mataji sends, me the PDFs of Acharya's commentary. So that really helps. So very grateful to Mataji also for, giving us all the material so that we can prepare. So thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So, yeah. Mataji, please add something if I missed anything, any of your realization. I'm feeling very shy to hear, only good words about me. So if anybody would like to share anything that I missed, there must be something that I missed. Please add, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mitravinda Mataji, Dandvat Pranam to all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Mataji, you so nicely present, Mataji, one by one. So many things today we learn from you, Mataji. So patiently, the special mercy of Ajay Jai Pataka Maharaj, Shrimati Shishi Radharani, Shrimati Shishi Sitarani, Srila Prabhupada, our Guru Parampara, they are dancing in our tongue. By that mercy, yes, we prepare hard. So many days we are preparing, but by that mercy, they're dancing in our tongues, and we are qualified to give a Krishna conscious to all Vaishnava. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality. And Rakhe Krishna Mare Kon, Mare Krishna Rakhe Kon. So many points, Mataji. We learn from your realization. So simple, so honest, so humble. Not only for cooking, but you are taking a CC Bhagavad Gita class in your area, and you are reading Krishna book with the Vaishnava, reading Bhagavatam with small group. So many Seva backside director you are, Mataji. Hari Hari Gauranga Danvat. Jai Jai Nityananda, Jai Jai Gauranga.
Hari Bol Mataji. Your love is inspiration. You always inspire everyone, motivate everyone. Wish we can, take this quality for you and follow in your footsteps. Really grateful, Mataji.
Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. This is Radharani. Such a beautiful class, Mataji. You have narrated so nicely all the stories and looking so lovely and beautiful. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Yesterday, when I heard your narration of Sudama, it so happened that I chose this topic, but till last moment I wasn't able to study much. So I thought, okay, I'll take Sudama. But then I went and saw in the Excel sheet, I saw that you had already taken Sudama just 2 days back. And then I was like, wow, I was so excited to hear. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your narration yesterday. And thank you for all.
Thank you so much for you.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
For the sweet comment.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Anybody would like to share any of their realizations with Mataji?
Yeah.
Or else, with Mataji's permission and all the devotees' permission, we can pay our obeisances to Mataji and all the devotees on the call. So once again, thank you so much, Mitravinda Mataji, for this wonderful class and enlightening on this topic. So with this note, I would like to pay my obeisances to you and all the devotees on the call. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Krishna Katha Mela ki jai. Har Grace Mitravinda Mamtha Mayi Mataji ki jai. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.
All glories to Srila